It's Thursday night, and I'm here to give you a wine pairing and a football prediction. Let's get into it. We're going to start with the wine. So today I'm having a wine from a winery I'd never heard of before called Saxon Brown. This wine came to me because a friend of mine lives in a dry state, Utah, and he asked if he could send his wine to my house. And I said, sure. But that was 3 years ago, and he hasn't picked it up. So now this wine is mine. So tonight I am having Saxon Brown 2019 Zinfandel Fighting Brothers. The title has to do with the fact that the winemaker has two sons and they used to fight a lot. So in the glass, you're going to notice that it looks kind of dark, but actually, if you were here, you could see it's a little bit lighter than it looks on screen. When I'm smelling it on the nose, I'm getting, a lot of dark fruit, plum, blackberry, blueberry, a little bit of fig. I'm also getting, like the warm baking spices, so allspice, clove, and then there is a little bit of oak, which I expected because I read that this wine is aged for 18 months in new French oak. I also read that in order to make the wine, they use a combination of wild and cultured yeast to get the fermentation process going. So on the lips, first thing I'm hit by is that the body for Zinfandel is a lot lighter. It's more similar to a Pinot Noir, so this is a good one if you're still kind of making your way up the heaviness chart. Here's one where you could stop off and really enjoy it. It is very jammy. So that means like you've had jam. So think about how jam is, the texture, the consistency. It's like that. I'm getting all that dark fruit right away. There is a little bit of sweetness there, not overwhelmingly sweet, but just a little bit of sweetness there from all of that dark fruit. I'm also getting that slight oak taste, and there's also a little bit of chocolate in there. It also has really light tannins, which I was surprised by. This has actually been shockingly good. I'm gonna have to tell my friend I finally opened his wine, and I really enjoy it. Now, for the game tonight, as I've mentioned in the past, Thursday night games are generally terrible because the league has mandated that every team has to play on Thursday night. But this Thursday night, it's going to be a great game. I'm actually really excited to see tonight's game. It's going to be the Packers, who are 9-3, versus the Lions, who are 11-1. And they are both in the NFC West, NFC North. And the Packers are in third place, and the Lions are in first place. The team in between is Minnesota. Now, here's a couple little fun tidbits about tonight's game. The Green Bay Packers have won their last 7 of 8 games. Their one loss was to the Lions. The Lions, meanwhile, are on a 10-game winning streak, and they have not won this many games since 1934. Okay, the Lions have a really top-tier defense, but unfortunately, they have a lot of injured people on their defense tonight. Likewise, these teams are 1-2 on offensive rushing and also for total yards per game, as well as points scored. The Lions are averaging 31 points a game, and the Packers are averaging 26. I'm really excited for this game. Now, I'm going with the upset. I'm going with the Packers today. I just feel like the Packers have something to prove. Also, they're probably not going to want to be the team that lets the Lions clinch their playoff berth. If the Lions win tonight, they'll get that playoff berth. I think the Packers want to prove that they can still be part of this team. So I'm taking the Packers. Also, I just realized I didn't mention what I'm going to be pairing my wine with. And so tonight, I'll be pairing it with a pork chop because, first of all, I just love pork. And sometimes red wine is too heavy for pork, but this is one that's going to be just perfect. So to recap, go ahead and take the Packers for the upset. Expect a good game tonight. And try to get your hands on a bottle of Saxon Brown Fighting Brothers 2019 Zinfandel. Okay, I will see you on Monday. Cheers.